Hello friends, have you ever felt that silent pain when someone tries to put you down? Sometimes anger rises inside, sometimes you feel, I said I'll teach them a lesson, but then a quiet voice inside asks, is it worth losing myself just to win a pointless battle? Many times in life we forget the thin line between ego and self-respect. Sometimes ego pushes us to make decisions that only bring regret, while self-respect gives us the strength to stay calm and walk the right path. Life throws moments at us where we must decide. Should we waste our time and energy on people who don't even value us? Or should we protect our self-respect and move forward with dignity? Today's story will touch those hidden corners of your heart, the ones where you've quietly asked yourself these tough questions. And trust me, if you stay with me till the end of this video, you might finally understand the life-changing difference between ego and self-respect. So, let's begin. Once in a small town, there lived a man named Rajan. He was known for his strong personality and confidence, but underneath it all, there was one thing that controlled him: his ego. Rajan worked as a shopkeeper in the local market. He was good at his job, and had a reputation for being sharp, but whenever someone tried to outsmart him or challenge him, his ego would take over. He couldn't tolerate even a hint of disrespect. One day a new vendor, Karan, opened a stall right next to Rajan's. Karan was young, humble, and eager to prove himself. At first Rajan thought little of Karan, dismissing him as just another newcomer. But as days passed, Karan's stall started attracting more and more customers. His polite manners, excellent products, and humble nature worked wonders. People began to prefer Karan over Rajan. Rajan's ego was bruised. He couldn't stand the fact that someone was taking his place in the market. He wanted to compete, to show everyone who was better. But every time he tried to fight back or disrespect Karan, something held him back. Deep inside, Rajan felt that this constant battle was only draining him. His self-respect told him that he didn't need to prove his worth through rivalry. He could rise above it. One evening, after a particularly bitter exchange with Karan, Rajan sat alone in his shop. His mind was racing. Was his ego really worth all the stress, the sleepless nights, and the constant tension? He knew that deep down, his self-respect mattered more than petty competition. Yet he couldn't shake off the feeling that he was being undermined. That night, Rajan decided to visit his old mentor, a wise man who had always guided him in the past. The mentor listened patiently as Rajan spoke about his troubles, the competition with Karan, and the frustration he felt at losing customers. The mentor nodded, and then said, "Rajan, let me tell you a story." The mentor spoke of a warrior who had fought many battles and always won. But one day, he was faced with an enemy who didn't fight back, a wise old man who simply ignored the warrior's taunts and attacks. The warrior, filled with anger, asked, "Why don't you defend yourself? Why don't you respond to me?" The old man smiled and said, "My peace is my strength. I don't need to fight every battle to prove my worth. The one who masters himself is the true victor." The warrior, puzzled, walked away, but over time he realized that the true strength lay not in constantly fighting, but in knowing when to walk away. He learned that self-respect was far more powerful than ego, and from that day on he focused on his own path without getting distracted by others. The mentor paused and looked at Rajan. "You see, Rajan, your ego is a battle you'll keep fighting forever, but your self-respect will give you the peace to rise above it. If you keep engaging in this endless war, you'll lose what matters most: your peace and your true worth." Rajan sat there quietly, reflecting on his mentor's words. For the first time he saw things clearly. Ego would only continue to make him angry, upset, and defeated. But by embracing self-respect, he could let go of the need for validation from others. The next day, Rajan did something he had never done before. Instead of competing, he walked over to Karan's stall and shook his hand. "You're doing a great job, Karan," he said with a genuine smile. Karan, surprised but grateful, replied, "Thank you, Rajan. It's all about learning from each other." From that day on, Rajan stopped reacting to every taunt and comparison. Instead of wasting his energy on proving himself to others, he poured it into improving his shop. He cleaned the space, added a small seating area, started offering free samples, and even began listening to his customers' suggestions with genuine interest. Slowly people began to notice the change, not just in his shop but in him. His calm demeanor, thoughtful service and quiet focus earned him respect. Rajan realized that self-respect isn't about shouting the loudest. It's about acting with dignity, improving yourself silently, and letting your work speak. His shop didn't thrive because he fought harder. It flourished because he chose peace over pride and used his energy to grow, not compete. Moral of the story: ego often leads us to unnecessary conflicts, while self-respect gives us the strength to walk away from them. True power lies in knowing when to let go and focus on your own growth. Self-respect allows us to rise above the noise and thrive in peace. If this story resonated with you, remember, the next time your ego tries to take control, choose self-respect instead. Walk away from the petty fights, and embrace the peace that comes with true strength. You'll not only protect your peace, but also rise above challenges with grace. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Life Changer for more stories that help you grow. Let's keep learning together.